Ooh. Hey guys, Abhay this side. This video is going to be a bit different. This is not your typical biking video. Basically, I'm going to address a really genuine concern of a friend of mine, a new subscriber. Actually, he was my subscriber and then we became friends. So basically, he is planning on getting the CB350 Classic model, but he is really attracted to the way RS looks, and I am pretty sure because of how lovely the RS sounds as well. But he asked for my opinion. So I believe this. Many people ask me this question: Why did you choose Classic over the RS and the Highness? And I'm going to be extremely honest about it, and we'll go completely in depth into that question. Okay, so basically what happened was, see, to be my reasons for choosing the Classic model over RS and Highness is simply because uh, the RS and Highness are so common. CB350s out there, you'll see it literally everywhere, right? And because of how common it has gotten, it was it didn't feel great to me. It didn't feel like a exclusive thing for me, right? Even though CB350s are very common, I meant in terms of variants. The Classic model was not, that common. For at least here in Pune, from whatever I've observed, it can be different for other people. The second reason why I did not go with the RS or the Highness, RS specifically, was because RS has that sporty look, right? It has that sleek, fast moving kind of a look, right? Which sporty bike not usually has. So I did not like that at all. I did not like the tail lights of the Highness and the RS. They are really small. They look childish, kiddish, and also really delicate. It's just my opinion. I just didn't like it. So it wasn't my thing. It didn't look that great for me, and kind of uh, bitchy, I guess. Nothing wrong with the. Not, that's just how I feel. That's my opinion. The Classic model has bigger tail lights, bigger headlights as well. So it gives that Royal Enfield kind of look. So I don't know. It just feels much more better for me. Um, Sorry for that word, but that's my honest opinion. I'm not gonna change my opinion just because someone will get offended. I can't make everyone happy. So, anyways, then another major reason, third major reason after the commonality, after the uh, headlight and tail light thing, the third reason why I did not choose RS and Highness was because they are pretty old models. The first model was RS, then came the Highness, and then came the Classic model. And Classic model launched in 2025, whereas Highness launched in 2020. And it is 5 years is quite a long duration for a product to evolve, I believe. And I observed it as well because, to be very honest, Classic model is much more comfortable compared to Highness. I felt it. Even my dad, who was sitting behind me in the pillion seat, he felt it as well. So the suspension is a bit harder in Highness compared to the Classic model. Maybe the test ride was, the product that because it was used so much by so many people, maybe its suspension has gone to shit, and Classic model came, pretty, it's the latest model, so that's why it had a better suspension, maybe, most probably. But based on my experience, I just felt that Highness and RS has a bit worse suspension. That was my experience. So suspension, the uh, duration for the product to get evolved, it does show up. You can observe it in a lot of things when you do the test ride of all three models. Then um, this is not a con. This is not a complaint against RS or the Highness. This is actually jealousy towards it. So what happened was, if you guys are aware, RS and Highness have a different exhaust note compared to the classic model, and Highness and RS sound so much better. They kind of have that bobber style, continuous pumping exhaust note, which I really love. But I absolutely loved it, but I did not choose it simply because the proportions, right? So my next point is actually proportions, the fifth point, which was my major concern. See, आवाज क्या है? आवाज अपने को आ जाएगा. बाहर के लोगों को, if you want to show off, RS and Highness will give you a much better exhaust note. But the way you look while riding the bike also equally matters, at least for me. I'm a 6'1" tall guy who is weighing 100 kgs. So I'm a pretty big, bulky guy as well. And what happened was I was looking I enjoyed riding RS and Highness a lot, much more than the classic model. But when I asked someone to click pictures of me sitting on the bike, that thought completely changed. It completely shifted, and I I was getting obsessed with this one point that the bike looks so small on me. It felt like a freaking toy. I'm not even kidding. It felt really small. It was really disappointing. So I was like, okay, see, I can change the exhaust note by modding it or whatever, aftermarket, but I cannot change the look, right? So that was my major concern. So I was like, okay, fine. For now, we can skip on the exhaust note. Later, we can see what we'll do aftermarket. And the weight difference is almost 7 kgs between the Highness and the classic model. So it does make a lot of difference. You can see the pictures. Height wise, if you keep the Highness and the classic model side by side, even though they look different, even though the weight is different, even though the bulkiness, the way it looks, even though it is visible visually, the height is same. So you're not gonna get any height difference in the classic model, but it is more comfortable and it is better for it is better for the proportions. Here is the highlight, the bold of this whole video. I really cared about the proportions, and you saw it in the pictures as well. It does make a lot of difference. So final take, make a decision based on exhaust note, sporty look, suspension, and the most important factor, proportion. All the best.